coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Columbia police are investigating several break-ins in the Ridgewood and Woodhill areas. Good evening, I'm Amber Robb.
And I'm Blake Salmon. Thanks for joining us. A couple of home invasions and multiple car burglaries hit both neighborhoods this weekend. A resident says he woke up from an alert from his alarm system. When he later looked at surveillance video, he saw a hooded man trying to break in on the side of his home around 4:30 in the morning. Multiple other residents say their cars were broken into, with one reporting his money stolen. Some newer living spaces in Columbia offer extra safety thanks to things like gates and security guards. KOMU8's Ethan Illers tells us about these concerns from communities despite the added amenities.
This is where they apparently came in, and as you can see, they ripped the screen off the window and just lifted it like this.
In August 2017, Michael Stevenson settled into his new, quiet townhome at Aspen Heights. Quiet, or so he thought.
I was home over winter break, and I got a call about halfway through break that we had been robbed.
His roommate was the first to return home and went upstairs, where he discovered a door knocked off its hinges and utensils and tools on the hallway floor.
A knife and like a hammer and a fork.
And it's not difficult to contemplate what the tools were used for.
If someone was up there, it could have been a way of defense. I think that's kind of a far stretch. I think it was more probably to try and open the doors up there.
Now, there is no question about the stability or the sturdiness of these apartment complexes here at Aspen Heights. All the homes here are made of solid wood.
But it's the inconsistency of the gates being closed and the security that has residents worried.
First week of November, second week of November, security kind of dissipated. The gates no longer had people there stationed at night, and the gates were open frequently.
According to the community crime map from the Columbia Police Department, 5 burglaries took place at Aspen Heights in December 2017. 4 happened in a 3700 block, the same block where Stevenson lives. Aspen Heights issued a statement saying, quote, "Aspen Heights takes the safety and security of our residents and their belongings very seriously. Our on-site management has been working with the Columbia Police Department to try to identify those responsible. Our security team remains on guard." Despite the incidents, one future resident isn't too concerned.
Also, there was a new security team that was recently hired at Aspen, so you have to see if they are anything better than what we had before.
Regardless, Stevenson says that it's important to take precautions.
I'd say lock your doors, lock your windows, and secure your valuable stuff.
And to be safe rather than sorry. Ethan Illers, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
The full statement from Aspen Heights can be found on our website at KOMU.com. Law enforcement says it's common for burglaries to spike during school-related breaks and regularly offer ideas for making your home more secure. Cooper County is celebrating the opening of a new fire station today. The new station is right across from Bunsen High School. People gathered to celebrate both the station's opening and the town's 150th birthday. I spoke with one Bunsen local who says the station could open doors for new opportunities.
We now are starting to get interest from local kids and young adults that are interested in possibly becoming firefighters.
GIM is working on introducing a program at the high school to allow students in class to respond to calls. You can expect heavy traffic on the roads this Memorial Day weekend. Almost 900,000 travelers will be driving through the state, a 5% increase from last year. The Division of Tourism says the traffic should bring some economic benefits to the state. Local auto experts say it's a good idea to check your tires, turn signals, and battery. Mechanics say a lot of drivers are preparing for their trips in advance by checking their vehicles. So with plenty of people out there for the holiday, how about the weather? Let's check in with Matt for your forecast.
Yeah, Amber, pretty nice and pretty toasty for your Memorial Day weekend, at least the start of it. Looking at our live Doppler first alert radar, we are mostly clear, but we do have a few showers and thunderstorms across the region. This one outside of the KOMU viewing area, and it has been weakening over the last few hours. But one lone thunderstorm up in Macon County, this to the northwest of Macon, just passing through Ethel, headed towards Atlanta. As we go through the next several hours, we're going to continue to see just a few isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms. 86 degrees at 7 o'clock, falling into the lower 80s by 9. Once we lose the heat of the day, these showers and thunderstorms will fall apart, but the hot weather is here to stay. We'll talk about that coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit.
You're taking a live look at the Lake of the Ozarks, where both residents and business owners are expecting plenty of people for the holiday weekend. Before you head to the lake this weekend, the Missouri Highway Patrol is pushing boaters to practice safe boating. The lake will have police officers patrolling all all weekend and their hours will be extended. A trooper says boaters need to understand 3 big rules. 1, speed is critical. 2, nighttime navigation is difficult for all boat drivers, so use extreme caution. And lastly, make sure you have a sober driver for the boat. Today marks the unofficial start of summer at the Lake of the Ozarks. While many heading to the lake might be looking forward to time off, local businesses are preparing to work even more. Some business owners say they've been preparing for this day since February or March, including keeping in good contact with vendors, making sure there's enough staff, and upgrading equipment. Starting today, most business owners say they only have 100 days to make money for the entire year.
It is only 100 days, but the 100 days doesn't end there. It continues on. If you look at a lot of the restaurants, they continue on to do maintenance. You're preparing for next year, menu plans, next year's events, because you got to book bands and DJs and what have you. So it's a continuing on process to keep it going.
Dredge also says despite the challenges that come with running a business at the lake, each season makes all the effort worth it.
How local residents are helping firefighters save lives. That's later in the show.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
Weekend mornings, wake up informed with the news happening right now and a look at what's coming up later.
And your first alert forecast to help plan your weekend.
Join us for KOMU8 News Today, Saturdays at 6 and 9 and Sundays at 7 for news and weather coverage you can count on.
The live Doppler 8 First Alert Weather Team and Storm Mode Severe Weather Coverage keep you safe wherever you are. Download the KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app for storm notifications and live streaming. Go to KOMU.com and follow us on Facebook for weather coverage you can count on.
I thought I was managing my moderate to severe ulcerative colitis, but I realized something was missing. Me. The thought of my symptoms returning was keeping me from being there for the people and things I love most. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira can help get and keep UC under control when other medications haven't worked well enough. And it helps people achieve control that lasts, so you could experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, control is possible.
This is Academy Sports and Outdoors. We offer a huge selection of top-name brand gear, all at low prices like you've never seen, because we're a sports and outdoor store like you've never seen. Visit us in-store or at academy.com.
Where you can get the freshest salmon, gator, frog legs, and more. Cajun Catfish House in St. Martin. Jambalaya, gumbo, Cajun Catfish House in St. Martin, just west of Jefferson City. One bite, baby, and you're hooked. Aye.
Two bulls were fighting. Bam, hit the truck.
I could feel the barbed wire was just digging into the paint.
Another ding, another scratch. It would just be another chapter in the story.
Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road. Start your story. Get a total value of over $11,500 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Visit your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
The Summer of Love sale. You'll love our siding, you'll love our windows, and you'll love our prices. Call now.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back to KOMU8 News at 6. You're taking a live look over Jefferson City on our First Alert weather camera. A lot of blue sky and a lot of sunshine out there. Also a few clouds, but some of us are seeing showers and thunderstorms across the region. Let's take a look at our live Doppler 8 First Alert radar. Again, most of us clear, but in our northern counties, seeing a few thunderstorms. This pulse thunderstorm popping up now to the north of Saline County, to the north of Marshall. It was weakening, but it has started to gain some strength back. Also looking at a thunderstorm up to the north of Macon, to the east of Ethel. A lot of lightning associated with these as well. Not anything severe currently, but we may see a storm produce an occasional strong wind gust or some small hail. We're going to continue to keep you updated most of us are going to stay dry as we go through the evening hours. Looking at a bigger view of our satellite and radar, also seeing some thunderstorms up towards the Quincy area. That's what happens when we have this summer-like pattern. These thunderstorms pop up in the heat of the day, and then after sunset, they fade out. Looking at our nowcast, by 8:30, looks like we may see a few of those thunderstorms closer to Columbia, but once we lose the heat of the day, they fall apart. We did hit a high temperature of 90 degrees today. Average for this time of year, 77 degrees. We didn't break a record, but we did hit our first day of 90 degrees in Columbia, and we have a lot more in our forecast. 88 right now in Columbia, 90 in Jeff City, 91 in Moberly. But once we factor in the heat index, we're feeling like the low to mid 90s, even the upper 90s, 98 in Boonville, 100 in Mexico, and 95 in Moberly. So the heat index is going to be something we really have to watch over the next few days. Feeling like the middle 80s as we go into the overnight hours tonight. Tomorrow morning, lower 70s. By midday, already feeling like the lower 90s. And by the afternoon hours, feeling like 97 in Columbia, 96 in Boonville, and 96 in Jefferson City. So if you have outdoor plans, you are definitely going to want to stay hydrated. Looking at our temperature track, 93 on Monday, feeling like 97 once again. We'll finally start to feel a little bit cooler as we go later into the week. We are on record watch for tomorrow with a forecasted high of 94 degrees. Our current record, 92. Set back in 2012. We'll have a lot of sunshine across the region, so if you are down at the Lake of the Ozarks, not expecting any rainfall for tomorrow or for Monday, but that does start to change as we go into Tuesday due to subtropical storm Alberto. Now that's weaker than a tropical storm. It's going to track into the Gulf states down across the southeast, produce heavy rainfall, likely making landfall as a tropical storm. Then depending on the track of this storm, we could get some clouds and moisture out of this, increasing our rain chances as we go into next week. Of course, we are going to watch this and keep you updated with that latest forecast. For tonight, 71 degrees. Winds out of the south at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Those spot showers end by about 11 o'clock. For tomorrow, it's another hot day, 94 degrees, plenty of sunshine. And again, we will likely break a record. Looking at that extended forecast, Memorial Day is cooler, but remember, it's not going to feel any cooler with that heat index right around 97. And then the heat is not going anywhere over the next several days. Even a few thunderstorms possible by the time Thursday comes around. And with that heat staying in place, we want to remind you that you can join KOMU8's fan club and help those in need beat the heat this summer by donating a gently used fan to Lowe's in Columbia or Westlake Hardware in Jefferson City or Fulton.
The American Red Cross and local firefighters are teaming up to slow down house fires.
Coming up next, we'll show you what volunteers are doing to keep their communities safe.
You compost because you care about the earth and growing things. Bluebird Premium Compost is certified organic and produced right here in mid-Missouri. We're supporting recycling by keeping tons of organic waste out of local landfills. Our compost is prized for its richness. That's why Bluebird is the choice of top commercial landscapers.
At Columbia Land Care, we rely on quality Bluebird compost to keep our color displays looking beautiful year-round.
Look for the Bluebird Premium Compost.
Your summer starts here. With a great deal on a new Toyota, you can celebrate all the season has to offer. Like graduations, Mother's Day, camping, family reunions, paddleboarding, hiking, the beach, fishing trips, county fairs, road trips, theme parks.
Get a new 2018 Highlander for 0.9% APR financing for 60 months or lease one for only $379 per month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
To all the brave individuals who look out for us, your Quality Ford dealers are looking out for you at the All-American Sales Event. Save on the 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing and payload and powerful fuel-efficient engines. And for all military members and first responders, get an extra $1,000 appreciation cash. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now get 0 for 66 plus $3,300 cash back on F-150. Plus, eligible buyers get $1,000 appreciation cash. Only at your Quality Ford dealers.
Get where you're going faster with the KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app, bringing you mid-Missouri traffic in real time. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Coverage you can count on.
A governor under fire, a capital awash in corruption. In the middle, Attorney General Josh Hawley. After taking $50,000 from Greitens, Hawley took a hands-off approach and dragged his feet on investigating the governor for 12 months. Hawley's investigation was widely mocked and called substandard. Prosecutors said Hawley appeared to be protecting the governor instead of us. Josh Hawley, a politician we can't trust. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Get a 2018 Mustang and $3,000 cash back, plus $1,000 military first responders appreciation cash for eligible buyers. Only at your Quality Ford dealers.
7 people die every day due to house fires. That's why the American Red Cross and local firefighters are teaming up to help keep that number from rising. KOMUH Jalen Johnson joins us with volunteers to show us what they're doing to keep their communities safe.
This sound is one that firefighters and the American Red Cross know can save lives. That's why they have joined forces for the Sound the Alarm initiative to equip the community with free smoke alarms. Volunteers went door to door in Jefferson City installing new smoke alarms in homes and creating escape plans with families. Fire safety hits close to home for the American Red Cross's Abigail Anderson.
We experienced a home fire. Everybody was okay. Everybody made it out safe because we did have a home escape plan and we did have a designated meeting place, which was really important.
There have been more than 30 fatalities due to house fires in Missouri just this year. Only one of those cases had a working smoke alarm.
We, as humans, we get complacent, out of sight, out of mind.
And that's why firefighters in the American Red Cross are installing these 10-year fire alarms. Once the 10 years is up, you just toss it and get a brand new one. No batteries for you to change. Anderson hopes she can keep other families from going through what she experienced just by giving them a smoke alarm.
It's just a great addition to your home.
Jalen Johnson, KOMU8 News, Jefferson City.
The Sound the Alarm initiative is now over, but you can call your local fire department anytime to have them check your home's smoke alarms. Organizers call it the largest air show in the country that doesn't take place on a military base. The 30th annual Salute to Veterans Air Show will continue tomorrow. Thousands attended the 30th anniversary, with many taking shuttles from the Trowbridge Livestock Center on MU's campus and the Jefferson City Airport. Regular flights at the airport will still be arriving and departing tomorrow. The show's spokesman says she's hoping for a solid turnout.
Hopefully it'll be a really great turnout. I mean, we get the weather done today, hopefully, so it can be all sunshine and rainbows tomorrow and on Sunday as well.
Coordinators are already looking ahead. Plans are already underway for next year's event.
Many Americans will be grilling out this weekend, so it's important to keep food safety in mind. According to the USDA, more than 100,000 Americans are hospitalized with food poisoning each year. The USDA recommends keeping perishable goods at 40 degrees or below to reduce bacterial growth. In hot weather, food should be discarded if it sits out for more than an hour. Experts say before grilling, always have a food thermometer handy and 2 sets of cooking utensils, one set to handle raw items and the other to handle cooked foods. After a disappointing season and missing the SEC tournament, the Missouri softball announced the hiring of a new head coach. Learn about the new head coach and her impressive track record coming up in sports.
The new 2 for $4 mix and match breakfast at Hardee's. Get any 2 of our breakfast favorites for just $4. You feeling Frisco and bacon, sausage and bacon, or bacon and bacon? Go hard at the Hardee's with the new 2 for $4 mix and match.
Go into overtime with KOMU8 Sports Extra with Chris Gervino. Sunday nights after KOMU8 News at 10. Get the play-by-play with exclusive interviews, expert analysis, and exciting highlights. Join Mizzou Sports Authority Chris Gervino and special guests for the best insights on Mizzou athletics and all your favorite local teams. Watch Sports Extra with Chris Gervino Sunday nights after KOMU8 News at 10 for sports coverage you can count on.
Case against Missouri Governor Eric Greitens has been dismissed.
And additional allegations outright rejected. Court documents prove the fake news paid thousands for allegations against Greitens. A liberal St. Louis prosecutor funded by George Soros pressed charges, and Democrat leadership orchestrated the false attacks. Don't let the liberals get away with it. Stand with Navy SEAL Eric Greitens and conservative legislators in fighting for the low-tax, pro-life, job growth agenda Missouri needs.
The Hardee's Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger starts with hickory smoked pulled pork, slams into 100% Angus beef, then wrestles between tangy barbecue sauce and crispy onions. This burger don't mess around. Going hard at the Hardee's.
Tonight's primetime lineup on KOMU 8 in Mid-Missouri CW is brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
When you make strong promises, the all-new Ram 1500 helps you keep your word, delivering 2,300 pounds of max payload, 12,750 pounds of towing, and with a proven 5.7-liter Hemi V8, it's the most capable Ram 1500 ever, and why more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Right now, finance and get an average $14,651 in total values on the 2018 Ram 1500.
Presence is caring and connecting. It's taking the time to focus, to learn, and to love. At SSM Health, this is at the heart of everything we do. It's what we call the healing power of presence. Because knowing you better as a person helps us treat you better as a patient. SSM Health.
The savings are even bigger this weekend at Ashley Home Store's huge Memorial Day sale. 4 days only. Save up to 25% off your entire purchase. Plus, save up to 35% off on select items, like this nail-head trim sofa, now only $389. Or pay 0% interest for 6 full years with no money down. This power reclining sofa, now only $18 per month. 4 days only, Friday to Monday at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Good evening, everybody. Missouri softball will have a new leader next season after searching for a replacement for former coach Aaron Earlywine, who was fired in January. Gina Fogue served as interim head coach this year, but Mizzou named Hofstra head coach Larissa Anderson as the program's 10th head coach. Anderson spent the past 4 years as head coach of Hofstra University in New York. There she racked up 4 winning seasons, including 2 NCAA tournament appearances and 2 conference titles. Anderson inherits a Mizzou softball squad that could return all starters next season after a disappointing 30-29 year, missing the SEC tournament. High school playoffs are in full swing, and the Rockbridge girls soccer team had a chance to punch its Final Four ticket today. The Bruins playing host to the Titans of Lee Summit West here in Columbia early today. Bruins coming off a 2-1 road win over Kickapoo in the opening round, hoping to keep up the momentum. We'll go to the second half. Bruin corner Katie Clucking gets her head on it and drops one in the corner. Bruins taking a 1-0 lead with just 25 minutes left to go. Now 19 minutes left. The Titans are trying to tie it, but Aaron Puett with the fingertip save to keep the shutout going. 3 minutes left now, and the Bruins' luck runs out. Taylor Reed rolls one in the back corner, and Lee Summit West levels this one at 1 apiece. It would stay that way all the way to penalty kicks. Here, Claire Canes up for Rockbridge, shot saved by Morgan Boussard. That sets up Carson Overend with the chance to win it for the Titans, and she barely beats Puett to the left corner, and that's your final. Rockbridge falls in PKs 4-3. The Bruins finish just short of a Final Four with a 15-5-1 overall record. Coming into today, the St. Louis Cardinals have dropped 8 of their last 12 games and have not won a series in 3 weeks. They're visiting the Pittsburgh Pirates, hoping to bounce back after an 8-1 loss Friday night. First inning, Matt Carpenter's at the plate, and on just the second pitch of the game, he's going to get this one going. Early, Cards up 1-0 after the home run. Bottom of the first, Starling Marte gets right back at him with a homer of his own, tying the game at 1 apiece. Third inning, Jose Martinez rips this one up the middle, scoring Munoz, and the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. Jose Martinez gets out in second, trying to go for the double. Scary moment here for the Cardinals as Dexter Fowler gets drilled in the knee. He would have to be helped off by trainers. He is considered day-to-day. But later in that inning, Munoz is at the plate, and he hits a hard grounder to third. That is going to score Ozuna as the Cardinals take a 4-1 lead, and they would go on to win by that score, 4-1. The Royals also in action in Texas, looking to avoid a sweep after dropping 2 in a row. Third inning, John Jay at the plate, singles to right, and that scores Hunter Dozier. Royals up 1-0. Then later in that inning, Whit Merrifield is going to line one up the left field line here. That'll score both Alcides Escobar and John Jay. Royals up 3, but the Rangers would make a comeback in this one, and the Royals would not score again. Texas takes the win 4-3 in extra innings. After a quick quarterfinals on both the east and west side of the NBA playoff bracket, fans are getting their money's worth with the semifinals. Tonight, the Houston Rockets are in Oakland, California, seeing if they can close out the Warriors at home in Game 6. Meanwhile, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers forced a Game 7 last night against Boston. James finished with 46 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. LeBron has either had a triple-double or a 40-point game in each of his last 7 elimination games. He also hasn't lost a Game 7 since 2008. He'll have a chance to keep that going Sunday in Boston, where the Celtics haven't lost throughout the entire playoffs so far. And over on the west side, the Warriors will also be trying to force a Game 7. Their advantage tonight is that the Rockets will be without veteran starting point guard Chris Paul, who has averaged 20 points per game so far in this series. Paul led Houston in scoring in Game 5 on Thursday. With the absence of Paul, the Warriors are favored by 13 points in this game. That tips off at 8 p.m. And the Columbia College Cougars softball squad has found themselves in the NAIA World Series and played in the second round today after a win yesterday. The Cougars defeated number 2 Oklahoma City, the defending champions, 6-4. The Cougars move on and have now won 12 straight games. That's all for sports. Thanks for joining us.
2 bulls were fighting. Bam, hit the truck.
I could feel the barbed wire just digging into the paint.
Another ding, another scratch. It'll just be another chapter in the story.
Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road. Start your story. Get a total value of over $11,500 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Visit your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
Built in 2004, this Midwestern family boasts strong foundations with sunny interiors. Plus 2 twin-sized girls, 1 fixer-upper son, and 1 built-in bloodhound. Also comes attached with walk-in in-laws, located just around the corner. Perfect for the right agent with the right listing, like this 3-bed, 4-bath colonial with an in-law suite, cozy family room, and laminated floors. Great for pets. RE/MAX agents are more recommended because they recommend what's right for you. That's the sign of a RE/MAX agent.
If you're not with U.S. Cellular, you're probably roped into a plan with hidden fees, too.
Activation fees?
It looked like a deal.
Nice deal, Dad.
U.S. Cellular knows what matters. No hidden fees.
Bud, chip me.
Don't get roped in. Switch to U.S. Cellular and get 50% off iPhone on us. No trade-in required. Plus, get no hidden fees and national coverage in the middle of anywhere.
To all the brave individuals who look out for us, your Quality Ford dealers are looking out for you at the All-American Sales Event. Save on the 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing and payload and powerful fuel-efficient engines. And for all military members and first responders, get an extra $1,000 appreciation cash. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now get 0 for 66 plus $3,300 cash back on F-150. Plus, eligible buyers get $1,000 appreciation cash. Only at your Quality Ford dealers.
A Russian Olympic gold medalist got a different kind of trophy today, a 3-month-old Akita puppy. Russian figure skater Alina Zagatova got the gift from Japan's Akita Dog Preservation Society. The dog's name is Masaru, the Japanese word for victory. The gold medalist says she looks forward to taking care of the pup, and it looks like it goes both ways as the dog happily licked her face during the ceremony.
How cute. Now here's a look at what's coming up on KOMU 8 News at 10. Today's the 30th annual Memorial Day Weekend Salute to Veterans Air Show.
One Air Force pilot veteran is celebrating the holiday a little differently by building replica planes for the air show. Join us at 10.
Looking at our live Doppler 8 first alert radar, a few isolated thunderstorms, one moving into Saline County. A lot of lightning associated with that. Temperatures right now are in the upper 80s, low 90s. And as we go into tomorrow, we're going to dry out, but the heat is not going to go anywhere. 94 degrees, a heat index high near 97 as well. And the heat really just sticks with us. But as for those storms tonight, they're going to fall apart once the sun sets. Really just not anything severe right now, but a lot of lightning.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news app, and the weather app.